fellas, we are back once more, lads. We are back on the Who is Playing screen. Okay. Before we launch into this epic little adventure, we're gonna see if something happened. And alrighty. Now, they're asking me for a revision of my review. I've played an additional 6990 hours. So how about we do that before we start? You know what? I'm just gonna... Let's go. Boom. Now it's revised. 10,000 hours played at review v. Okay. In the last video, we made this little part, which was crazy. That's right. So we made this part right here, and I honestly think, now that I'm looking at it again, I think it looks pretty good. So today's video is all about the next part right here. So, there are a few things we have to do. We have to make a function for this key right here, and we have to decorate these two checkpoints right here. Decorating until there. Now, let's get started, shall we? First of all, it stays a cave, so the design is not really going to change. So I can just copy-paste these spikes around and these saw blades. Let me do that, and I'll get right back. Okay, everyone pause real quick. What has happened here? Check the saw blade out. Let me unlink it. B21. B21. So this is basically just an orange. Alrighty, these spikes are now in place. Now, I'm gonna get all the saws in place and probably add the glow underneath them. No, actually, I'll first do the grip. Oh, what? Alrighty, fellas, here we are. This is what I've got right now. I've filled in all the blocks, and I've also done the spikes right here. Now I've got these saw blades right here. I've added some more up there, up here, down here, I mean. None over here. I don't know what I want to do with this part yet. I've made the half blocks. Some of the half blocks are now, like, boards. I've also added some glow to the spikes that go up. I'm building until these, like, spikes here. We could probably add some spikes up here, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to detail this some more. What I was really looking forward to is adding the maces again, because they carried the last part, so we gotta add them again in this part. One crucial thing that I'm gonna do with the maces, though, is I'm gonna make the chain bigger. So now the chain is larger, so we can hang it further down. Alright, now we've got the maces in place. It already looks a lot better. I've also changed my bitrate encoder just now, so that might actually result in a better quality for the video, or a worse one. Now this key that we have right over here, this golden key, it's going to be used later on, so we're not going to make a function for it in this video. I'm going to paste the background in here because that's a tedious part and it has to be done. So. Oh shit, I have exams. You are my sunshine. Okay, chums, I am back. I just got done with my exam. Alrighty, fellas, I think the entire background is done now. As you can see, we've got all these rocks in place. So, oops, I'm missing one here. Anyways, fellas, the rocks are in position. We're currently rocking 8,000 objects for these three parts right here, which could be considered a lot, but let's see, 2K, 3K, and 2.3K. So this definitely has the most objects, but probably because of the skeleton and stuff. Now I'm going to be adding in some support beams. Support beams are now in place. As you can see, this part is looking a lot like the part before it that we actually made. Now we actually have to get to the things that we're going to change in this new part. It's going to be really nice to have some refreshing stuff in this level. Right now we have some really dark objects which you can barely see, and I just really want to put something in there. Also, what I was thinking is putting some blood on these spikes, because that's going to look spooky. Now this actually looks like a piece of meat, which is disgusting, but still pretty cool. So we're gonna put it on here. Alrighty, we've now got some blood down here. It looks pretty scary. We are going to be making a little bit of glow over here. We're gonna actually get color 16 because it's a good color. Like, it's a good tint of red. We're gonna make it blending right there. Ooh, and we're gonna change opacity to be lower. Now we're gonna make the blood glow. We're gonna be warping it right here in the shape of the blood. Alrighty, so now we have some very subtle red glow on there. I think it looks really cool. Alrighty, we now have some blood right on this thing. Alrighty, we've also added some blood on the cross right over here, the scary alphanetic cross.
It's called Hell Challenge.
Yes,
it's crosses and pentagrams and all kinds of stuff. No, turn it off.
What I forgot to do was add some glow right here to these saws over here, which takes the attention off of them. Like, I still want those saws to get some attention since... Also gonna add some blood right over here in this little corner. Having blood over here, actually. Alrighty, fellas, I might just do a little bit of voiceovering here and there because the content, like, the commentary got so dull. Like, what the heck? Alrighty, we are coming up on the part where I made a little bit of a blood patch right there on the floor. I thought it looked cool, but now looking back at it, I might delete it. I don't know, we'll see. Right here, I actually thought that the blood was getting too fleshy for my taste, so I really wanted to get it a little more opaque. The blood will fit better on the floor. I should add a little bit of red glow. In this clip, I was actually experimenting with putting things in the ground over here. However, I couldn't get the colors to fit, and I soon lost motivation for it. So I decided to maybe do that on a later date, because right now I just do not have any ideas on what to put in the ground there. I tried doing fossils, as you can see from the clip right here, but it just didn't work. So right here, I actually got the genius idea to add in a little bit of a waterfall. First, I wanted to do it in the front of the level so that you would see the water dripping down from the blocks or something like that. But I quickly realized that that would not fit / would be too hard to implement in this part right here. So what I decided on doing was I decided on putting the waterfall in the background. That is much better. Now I go back to the bloody spikes that I had made previously because I wasn't happy with how little blood there was. I really wanted to convey the point of that these were dangerous spikes. Like, people, what is this lore, bro? What am I trying to say is I wanted more blood on this part. I wanted it to signify scariness. I don't know. Alrighty, we've added some more detail to the bloody part down here, making it a little more known that this is a scary cave. So right now, I'm actually working on the silver grass and getting it pasted into this part right here. So I'm just going to be copying some silver grass from the other part. Also, in the bloody spike part, I'm going to make the silver grass red because it kind of fits the bloody theme. So what I've now done is I've added in some silver grass and I've also added in some saw blades right up top here to give the part a little more. Thinking of what to add. Maybe I can add a little bit of bits of patches of spikes. So right now I'm trying something new. I'm trying to get little patches of the kill ground. I'm trying to get that into the level, see if it fits. But I quickly realized that in a pixelated level, this really does not go well. I've tried it, and it's also a dark level, so black on blue stones, like black on dark blue stones, it just doesn't fit very well. So I removed it eventually. I don't think that works in a pixel level. Right here, I decided to build a little bit on the lore aspect of the level, so I decided to put some pillars into place. This will actually fit in with the story idea that I have for the level, which means that they work as background deco. Normally, you wouldn't see pillars in a cave. However, in the start of the level, I also put a broken pillar, so the broken pillar is meant to signify that there's something in the cave that uses pillars, like maybe a structure or a monument or something. Maybe people were trying to find it. I don't know. I'm looking way too deep into my own levels at this moment. I decided just to add the pillars to fill up more space since I felt the level, or the second part of the level, was just kind of empty at this rate. Also, decided to make the pillars gray further on in the part because I want the level saturation to go down the further you go into the farther you go into the cave. So what I've done right now in the part is I've added the back structure, I've added the background, I've added the maces, I've added the water, I've added the silver grass, we've also added some pillars, we've added the blood patch right over there, the scary little blood patch. Maybe we can still do something with this orb over here. I feel like we can still do something with that. It's the first orb I'm actually using in the level. I'm thinking we make it group 39 and give it a holding color, so pulse 39, hold for millions of seconds, so no one's ever gonna reach the end of that hold. And make it super dark blue. Let's see how that looks. Bam. That does not look good in the slightest, so we're gonna change this pulsing color. we just made it a little bit of a darker orb. So let's see if we could just do this jump real quick. Yeah, that looks nice. As you can see, it's just a little darker. We didn't do anything big with it. I'm honestly really starting to like this level. If only we could do something with the ground right here. I'm missing detail in the ground and I don't know what it is. So guys, if you have any suggestions what to do for the ground decals, then let me know in the comments, because because I have no idea. We could put in some fossils, but I don't know how I would color that since it's already super dark. What the absolute fuck? Still not too happy with the amount of saws that I have in this part. I think it could really be up. For example, right over here, this could be a big saw blade part. Is it seriously layered? Here's another fun thing that I realized. I layered the spikes on the same layer as the saw blade, so I would never be able to cover spikes with saw blades, so I'd have to delete them and then place the saw blades instead of the spikes. This was just a whole hassle. But after that, I think the part is done. This episode was a little less... Actually, we can still add these spider webs, the little webbies. This is a little sneaky spidey slope, because it looks like there's a slope there, but there's not. You have to jump, and if you don't jump, you're dead. Well, I mean, of course I can add things. I can definitely add things, but this is... No. Oh, my... Well then, a shorter episode, but still an episode. The recording time says 1 hour 32 minutes. However, half of that was just being gone, and then I also had another exam for like 3 hours, so let's see the part that we've made. Alright, chums, I want to thank you again for watching this Yapazoid content. There was really nothing interesting going on, so I'd be surprised if you made it to the end. See you next time, lads.